It looks like a winner.
I fancy the white one. I fancy the white one.
He fancies it, he fancies it.
It isn't too big and it isn't too small. I don't fancy the black one. I don't fancy the black one.
He doesn't fancy it, he doesn't fancy it.
It's too big, it isn't small enough.
It's too big, it isn't small enough. It's too big, it isn't small enough. It's too big, it isn't small enough.
Ders 87. Yargılarda bulunma. Dinleyin. Diana ve Sam Lovett, Senyor Verdi'yi Ascot'a götürdüler. Atlar hakkında konuşuyorlar.
I fancied a grey horse. It looks like a winner.
Oh, Sam, you don't know anything about horses.
Oh.
What do you think, Signor Verdi?
Oh, please, call me Umberto.
Oh, thank you. You must call us Sam and Diana.
No, with pleasure, great pleasure.
So, which horse do you fancy, Umberto?
I like the look of the grey horse. But it's too heavy for these conditions. Big horses prefer dry grass.
Which one are you going to put your money on?
To tell the truth, I rarely gamble. In my opinion, horse racing is a matter of luck, not judgment.
All the same, you seem to be a good judge of horses.
Hey, there's a horse called Dawn.
Well, that's the one to back. And for once, I'm going to have a bet too. It's a lucky name.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini birden dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
I fancy that horse.
I like the look of it.
I think it's going to win.
In my opinion, it's a winner.
In my opinion, it's a winner. Win.
Winner.
Lose.
Loser. I don't fancy the other horse.
I don't like the look of it.
It's too heavy for these conditions.
It's too heavy for these conditions.
It isn't light enough for these conditions.
It isn't light enough for these conditions. Good conditions.
Bad conditions.
Wet conditions.
Dry conditions.
Hard conditions.
Soft conditions.
But it's got a lucky name.
A lucky name.
A lucky number.
An unlucky name.
An unlucky number.
It's all a matter of luck.
But it'll be a good race. Practice.
Exercise 1.
Everyone's a loser.
Alıştırma 1. Herkes kaybediyor. Şu insanların baktıkları atlar hakkında söylediklerini yazın. İşte örnekler.
I think number 7 is going to win. 7's my lucky number.
I don't like the look of number 7. It's too fat.
Şimdi siz devam edin.
A.
I fancy number 4. It's right for these conditions.
It won't win. It isn't fast enough. B.
I like the look of number 10. In my opinion, it's a winner. I don't fancy number 10. It's too big for these conditions.
C.
Number 6 is a good-looking horse. That's the one I fancy.
I don't think it will win. It's too young. Exercise 2.
A personal view.
Alıştırma 2. Kişisel bir görüş. Daha önce yazdıklarınızı kullanarak sorulara yüksek sesle cevap verin. Her soru 2 değişik biçimde cevaplandırılabilir. İşte örnek.
What do you think of number 7? I think number 7 is going to win. 7's my lucky number.
I don't like the look of number 7. It's too fat.
Şimdi siz devam edin.
What about number 4?
I fancy number 4. It's right for these conditions.
It won't win. It isn't fast enough. Do you fancy number 10?
I like the look of number 10. In my opinion, it's a winner. I don't fancy number 10. It's too big for these conditions. What about number 6? Number 6 is a good-looking horse. That's the one I fancy.
I don't think number 6 will win. It's too young.
Exercise 4.
Pronunciation.
Alıştırma 4. Telaffuz. Şu kelimeleri dikkatle dinleyin. Kitabınızda içinde uzun U sesi bulunan kelimeleri daire içine alın.
Lose.
Close.
Shoes.
Does.
Nose.
News.
Use.
You.
To.
Do.
Go. Exercise 5. Now sing this song.
I fancy the white one. I fancy the white one.
He fancies it, he fancies it.
It isn't too big and it isn't too small. I don't fancy the black one. I don't fancy the black one.
He doesn't fancy it, he doesn't fancy it.
It's too big, it isn't small enough.
It's too big, it isn't small enough. It's too big, it isn't small enough. It's too big, it isn't small enough.
87. dersin sonu.
I recommend the Stilton.
I fancy something to eat and something to drink. I fancy some bread and cheese. I fancy something to eat and something to drink. Could you pass me the water, please? Could you pass me the water, please?
Ders 88. Sofrada. Dinleyin. Umberto Verdi, Lovett ailesiyle akşam yemeği yiyor.
Could you pass the salt, please, Mr. Verdi?
Of course. Here you are. Salt is very important stuff for Tim. Did you know that a long time ago people used to be paid in salt? Well, that's the origin of the word salary. That's right, Tim.
Oh, I didn't know that. Have you finished, Umberto? Shall I take your plate?
Oh, thank you. It was delicious.
What about some cheese?
Oh, thank you.
I recommend the Stilton. It's just right.
Dad has two passions, Mr. Verdi. Perfume and Stilton cheese.
Oh.
I don't know which smells worse.
Keep your nose out of my business, Ben.
That's easier said than done.
You have a wonderful son, Sam. Hey, what are you going to do when you finish your exams, Ben?
I don't know.
What about coming to Italy?
Ah.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini bir defa dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
Could you pass the salt, please?
Salt.
Mustard.
Vinegar.
Pepper.
Would you like some water?
Water.
Wine.
Mineral water.
Something to drink.
Something to eat.
Have you finished?
Shall I take your plate?
Knife.
Fork.
Spoon.
Glass.
Cup.
Plate. That was delicious.
What about some cheese?
Bread and cheese.
Bread and butter.
Cheese and biscuits.
Bread and jam.
I recommend the honey.
It smells delicious.
It tastes delicious.
What are you going to do when you finish?
What are you going to do when you finish? Practice.
Exercise 1.
Dinner for two.
Alıştırma 1. 2 kişilik akşam yemeği. Daha önce yazdığınız cevapları kullanarak garsonun yerine geçin.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. A table for two?
Yes, please. Could we see the menu?
Of course.
Thank you. Look at this, darling. What do you fancy?
I recommend the beef. It's delicious.
I'll have beef then.
So will I.
Would you like something to drink?
Water for me, please.
Mineral water?
Yes, please.
I'll have the same, please.
Exercise 3. Now sing this song.
I fancy something to eat and something to drink. I fancy some bread and cheese. I fancy something to eat and something to drink. Could you pass me the water? please.
88. dersin sonu.